Ni hao. Hello, wonderful people. So, I went down the rabbit hole of IEMs. Since I started making YouTube videos, playing video games, I've been using these headphones, and I had them for like years, maybe 5-10 years. It's bullshit. And the problem with these earphones is that there is no spatial distinction. Everything everything's just like a one direction. It doesn't matter if it's gunshots, people talking, or whatever, explosions. Everything just seems to happen in the same one single direction. So they're kind of useless. It's just a bad experience for gaming. Just completely bad experience. I didn't even know that IEMs existed until I saw a few videos on YouTube. So I went ahead and bought 4 of them, and I thought about getting headphones, but I always found them uncomfortable to wear that on my ears, and I sweat a lot. Like if I put anything on my ear, my ears are just going to sweat. Now, I'm not an audiophile, so I don't know much about IEMs. Everything that I did, my research was based on a couple of YouTube channels. The main one was Critical, and he has a website with a full database of reviews of different IEMs. So I just went in there and I kind of looked for the cheapest ones. You know, I didn't want to spend anything over 50. I don't know much about this, and I have a feeling that if I buy something that is $200, I might not even know the difference. Because my baseline is really low. I'm just trying to get something that is better quality than these regular earphones. So anything that provides me a little bit more quality audio, I think I'll be fine. Because I can tell the difference between crap and good, but I probably cannot tell the difference between good and better, or better and best. You see what I'm trying to say, right? Hopefully I can pick one of these ones. So I got all 4 of them. I'm gonna show you guys the unboxing. I don't know, some of you may care about that, so I'm just gonna let that play out, and I'm gonna talk about my experience with all of them, let you guys know which ones are good, which one I'm going to end up keeping, and why I'm not keeping the other ones, you know. So so let's go with that. We start the unboxing with the Truthear Zeros, since it has the nicest presentation of the bunch with the waifu drawings and all of that. We got some paperwork, and it also comes with 4 additional ear filters, I think. Came with a pouch, the cable was inside, and we'll talk more about this cable because it's one of the reasons why I am not keeping this IEM. It comes with plenty of ear tips and a memory foam one that is kind of sticky and weird, and I didn't actually like them. My pair of IEMs came with a little bit of dirt on them. I think it was just glue residue from the factory. I was able to just wipe it out and it was just fine, but it was still a little bit disappointing. I can tell you just right now that out of the 4 pairs, these are the best sounding ones. They have just the right amount of bass, so you have a pretty immersive experience when you're gaming, but you can still very clearly hear all the other sounds, the directions where they're coming from. So these are definitely my favorite ones when it comes to sounding. However, I am not keeping them because it has a set of problems that kind of bother me. First is the ear hooks. I didn't foresee these before buying them, but I wear glasses when I'm gaming, so I already have something that's going over my ear, and every time I try to wear the earphones, it becomes a mini struggle. It doesn't take me a long time, but it takes me just enough that it shouldn't take so long, and this is my fault. Obviously, this is not a issue with the IEMs, but it is something that affects me personally. Now, the second issue may also not affect you, it might just be me, but is with the cable. The cable is braided, but it is braided really aggressively. Whenever I move around when I'm gaming, the cable moves and it gets caught against the edge of my desk, so it drags along it and it creates tiny little bumps that I can feel. I don't hear it, it doesn't create any sound in the audio, but it is definitely annoying. So that's unfortunate because I really like the audio quality. Next are the Teen T2s, and now the packaging on this one surprised me because it was boring as heck from the outside. But then after you open it, it turns out that it's a little book. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So you open it like a book, and there you have it. Now, the build quality is better. I like it more, and I also like the memory foams of the Teen T2s, the blue ones. They're definitely much better than the ones from the Zeros. The cable is also braided, but it's not braided as aggressively as the Zeros. However, I dislike the sound of the Teen T2s the most. It just has no bass. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad, I'm just saying that they don't have bass. So if you're someone who is a competitive gamer, you will probably love this because you can hear everything clearly. Gunshots, footsteps, where they're coming from, everything's there because there is no bass messing up with that. And I like some bass in the audio. I will probably rank these last out of the 4. Okay, next we have the Moondrop CHUs. We are back with the waifu designs on the box. Everything else though is pretty much the same unboxing experience. We got some paperwork and manual. The ear hooks are actually detachable, and you have a different style of ear tips as well. The CHUs are built very well. I don't know what they are made of, but it is heavy as heck. I mean, these are the heaviest earphones that I have ever handled, like ever. Like I'm comparing with wireless wire, they're just extremely heavy. They sound like rocks when I knock them together. That's really heavy, and that's one of the reasons why I am not keeping this pair. It is unfortunate because I do like the sound quality. I think it is the second best out of the 4. But every time I wear them, I just feel like they're about to fall off because they're just so heavy. Another thing about the CHUs is the ear tips are extremely difficult to install. Really difficult. I had to do it off camera because it was taking me like minutes. And also the connector was bent. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. And yes, it came with a pouch as well, just like all the others. If it wasn't for the weight, this could have been a great option for under 20 bucks. And finally, we have the Moondrop Quarks, the cheapest of the bunch, just I think $13. Very basic packaging, but you get a pouch and 3 pairs of ear tips. And yes, these are the ones that I'm actually keeping, and they happen to be the cheapest one, but also because they are very lightweight and they feel very comfortable in my ears. The sound quality is pretty decent. I will rank them as the 3rd best out of the 4. Then there's the cable, pretty smooth, it doesn't get tangled, The ear tips were also very difficult to install. But my only concern would be the durability of the IEMs. They are made of plastic, they are transparent, which looks nice, but they look very fragile. They look like they could just break anytime. However, they cost pretty much the price of a pastrami sandwich. So I figure, if they do break, I guess I could buy another pair. So I think my search will stop here with the Quarks. If I do find better IEMs that are still within the budget, I'll probably make an update video. But until then, this will be it. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you want.